this house party on El Segundo in Central. She had the credentials of strippers in Atlanta. Ass came with a hump from the jump, she was a camel.
Just really tackling what I'm feeling at the time. You know, I really want to just go back and really tell stories that I haven't told before, you know. So that was the space I was in, you know, reminiscing and you know, putting a message throughout the full story. And when you're tackling the concept, you got to be very cohesive, you know, about what you want to talk about, the concept and the content, you know, and everything got to be real distinctive, you know, or you'll lose the listeners. So it was something I had to learn throughout the years.
Dropped the number, we chirped the whole summer, and well,
I think about the feel I want to go for. You know, I want to go real melodic, you know, moody, but also aggressive. Anybody that knows me, I'm very picky when it comes to beats. I don't care if you have a bunch of good beats, you know, if I feel like somebody else can rap over it, you know, or it's just a great beat, good beat, then, you know, I bypass it. It have to move me in some type of way, you know. And that's my whole thing. I'm very selective when it comes to, you know, picking out instrumentals.
that's what I told her soon as this episode. Martin go off.
I definitely feel Eazy-E is a pioneer, you know, for sure, a pioneer for not only gangster rap, but just in hip hop in general, you know, being able to express yourself, you know, the way he did, the way Cube did, you know, the way NWA did. So he's definitely a pioneer. I have not yet, you know, spoke to Trey about it. I know he probably holds that particular situation personal and very dear. So sometimes, you know, you take things for what it is, man, and let it, you know, breathe on its own. And show me how to do it the independent way first. I started with Top Dog Entertainment, TDE. You know, that's what I'm still with. And knowing the fact that, you know, they sold, you know, these records without radio play, I think that benefit everybody in hip hop to know, you know, people still want genuine music they can feel. And it proves with my album, you know, all the way damn near 20 years down the line, you know. I'm one that, you know, swimming pools just now really starting to pick up and be, you know, top 10 urban in the U.S. And it goes to show that people still, you know, enjoy music with a message and feel good, and selling 250,000 records, you know, the first week, the biggest debut since Drake, shows that, you know, people still love genuine music without having that full outburst of the mainstream.
To me is painless. You don't know what pain is.
The vision was having the mainstream come to our world. Yeah, that's where, you know, a lot of artists and labels get confused. You know, they want the unique artists to go to them, but sometimes they need to come towards us and understand, you know, the world of actually connecting with music. Come feel this connection that these fans have at these shows and understand why they're diehard, rather than just going to mainstream and I'm putting out one song, the next thing you know, you forget about me because a new artist just came out with a better song. So it was really about, you know, them coming to us. Why do a song like Swimming Pools? You know, it's real tricky. It's real tricky because it has a feel-good hook to it where it sounds fun, you know, and you're enjoying yourself. But listen deep into the lyrics, you know, it's actually a concept within itself. And that's what I mean by, you know, having that balance and bringing them to our world, you know.
I can feel your energy from 2 planets away.
It's really just about, man, knowing how to, the suspense of just writing rather than just doing music. Knowing how to write first, you know, knowing that you draw the attention in with the listener with a suspenseful story. You know, you play on that, you reach the climax, you do the rise, and then you do the conclusion. Just knowing that, and me being aware of that, knowing that I have a song called Shireen, and knowing that I want to do something different. I want to start my album off, you know, with the rising, you know, peak of the story. Knowing that and knowing for a fact that, you know, I have to connect the pieces somewhere down the line. I have to have a song that makes sense, you know. So I'm always keeping in the back of my head, you know, how to make these connections, each individual song I do. Okay, I do a song like this. Let me make sure that I tell this story so that can make sense. Because without this money tree, you wouldn't understand Shireen. You wouldn't understand Swimming Pools. You know? So it's just a continuous cycle when I'm in that zone of recording. The thing about me with features, whether I'm on a feature or I'm getting somebody on my feature, I I like to take the song to the next level, or I would like you to take the song to the next level.
Okay.
Do something totally complete, you know, different from what I was doing. And that was the point on the Blessed record. I wanted to do a different flow. It's just, you know, make the song peak even more. And that's what it's about, you know, having them little spots and little moments inside the record, you know, that make it climax. I'm very detailed when it comes to, if I'm picking samples, I want to be unique, you know, I don't want to be something that everybody else have. I'm very huge on just melodic, you know, sounds and then putting aggression over it. I think that's one of my best niches.
Ain't nothing but a confident thing.
LA is so different now. You have to actually be out there to really understand it. It's hard to describe. Nobody's really, you know, tripping off colors. It's more of a money thing. You know, if anybody ever get into it, I mean, the colors is still there, but it's not as huge as you would think it is. You know, you have Crips and Bloods hanging together all day, you know, because they're affiliated some way. You know, city is so small, that can be your cousin's best friend or your best friend from your cousin, whatever. You know, so it's really not a big problem when it comes to where, you know, each individual from, unless, you know, they had personal beef prior to them being, you know, coming together and being rappers.
You know the reasons, but still I never know my life. Kendrick, aka Count this human sacrifice.
Yeah.